Catherine's, well then, right?
Yes.
Yes, we're from Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
I graduated from Niagara College.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm a Niagara College.
We're gonna check two services available for all students. To your left, get the information. Now, if you have any questions about anything that's college related, you can always come here. If they don't have an answer for you, they will direct you to the right. This is the library.
But I don't
Sorry, I love it. Thank you. I see very general
Okay. So here in the library, we have many different resources available for the students. I'm going to start on this side. You have the academic drop-ins. Those are free classes of math, English, and science. All you have to do is check the schedule that's going to be by the door. Down that hallway, you're going to find the Exploratory Media Lab, where you have access to 3D printers, podcast equipment, green rooms. So when you're doing your assignments, if you want that A++, you can always use those resources and make it even better. A little further, you're going to find the quiet room. So if you want to, like right now it's pretty quiet, there's no students, but this place gets a little crowded. So if you want to study in complete silence, you can use that room over there. We have the IT help desk to help you with anything related to your connectivity and your computer. A lot of computers available for students. Also the study rooms for group projects. You have a TV, a whiteboard available.
I say tried a lot of food. Oh yes, and we gel up along because we all are from Asia, right? So the cultures, the tradition, the values are kind of same. Alright folks, please follow me. We are slowly approaching to what you guys are here for, the culinary school, but before that we have some other things around.
Yeah, it's more or less
Nice is that you have your very own spa over here. So there is an esthetician course that students enroll in. On this campus, which is the Daniel J. Patterson campus, we have a spa, but the Welland campus has a salon. And you as a student can access this. Definitely there are students just like you who are learning. But don't worry, if you're going for your manis and pedis, you will not be a part of an experiment. No one is going to chop off your hand. There are professors who take care of you. So they will be guiding the students. But these things like the treatments that you get over here for facial, light makeups is very affordable. So you can get your manis and pedis for $10. Like if you go outside, it's expensive, right? If you are someone who loves to do their nails continuously. So it is available for people who are not part of Niagara in any which ways. A community person can just come in and get the treatments over here. We also do massages. The massage is only for like $10, and the students learn as well, and the professor that I mentioned. Okay. Any questions for this one? You can just access this by showing your ID. As it is, it's open for everyone, but you get a student rate over here by showing your ID. Also, when you go to Welland campus, you can do your hair coloring, hair chopping if you like that. Okay?
I'm going to say it's fairly new because we did not use it during lockdown. And this is the Murata Complex for Innovation. So you're going to find a lot of research labs, like the one I have behind me. This is mostly used by the distillery students, winemaking, and brewmaster. Here's where they're going to grow yeast, they're going to do PCR testing in barrels, and a lot of science that I don't understand, but you guys will get very familiar with.
He just drinks that.
Yeah. Cider is so good here. Okay, so we're gonna go down. Yes, and you guys
It's
can
not
take.
about spirits, alcohol in general. As we are in Canada, Canada has good set of regulations when you're serving or you're selling any sort of alcohol, which is in most of the countries, but yes, the regulations differ over here from state to state is what I've seen. So this is a good place if you love to drink wine or to study about it. So here we kind of give samples to the students because the students need to know what kind of product are they going to make and what they are going to sell. the palate, the taste, the acidity, the tannins, and everything is where they learn about it. Okay, so this is mostly used by students who have enrolled themselves in any of the beverage course or a general beverage course. Okay, this will head on that. So you know, it has a part of tourism, it has a part of hospitality. So if you want to know general about the North American hospitality, which will be different from our countries, it's a good way to enroll yourself in this program. I did this course, my very first course for the hospitality and tourism, and I learned a lot, because the hospitality that we have back in Asia or what is over here is different. So you know the segment, you can come to know what people over here expect you to serve them when you are into a part of hospitality. Okay, any questions for this program? And as a part of co-op, you might have to know about the services, because you need to know what happens at the front of the house area as well. And Sarah is the manager, the lady who was there, she's the manager for this particular place. This is where we also have the beverage course students come in. They need to know about the services and everything. This particular restaurant is very famous among the local people around, because what I've heard, they used to serve amazing food. They used to have set menus pre-COVID, and during COVID everyone's school all together, and it's like a school within a school. This is where I studied my almost 8 months over here. We did not have classes in any of the other parts of college, but this was my school, this was my college. So if you're enrolling yourself in any of the culinary programs, be it baking, culinary skills or management, this is your home for the next couple of years. This is where your theory classes will also happen. It's a big school because we have a lot of programs that were like around 4 programs. So anything related to food is where you will come. Okay, I'm not sure if you pass by through the passage, you might get some food smell coming, or someone might be cooking. But if you
There's
usually,
a food taste here
sorry,
today. Is there a food taste?
unfortunately, they're cleaning all the labs for the next term. But this is how it is. If you come anytime when there are courses going on, believe me, you kind of stop, you acknowledge the food aroma, and then you go ahead. I especially avoid the bakery passage, because every time I go through that, I gain like 1 pound over there.
That's nice.
So this is the lab. This is one of the kitchen labs that we have. This is where I did my culinary skills, and we often use this for the first year students. Now this lab is well equipped with the equipments that they actually use in industry. So anytime if you have to do your co-op or you'll start working in industry later, you know the machines already. It's not like if you go in industry, start working in a restaurant and the chef tells you like just switch on the fryer, and you are like, I don't know how to turn on the fire. At least you have a basic knowledge of it. Definitely the machine changes. What they might be using there is different than what we use, but most of it is pretty similar. It's what you'll see in an actual hotel or a restaurant. Okay. Again, we work on stainless steel over here. The reason is cross-contamination. You know, when you're dealing with any sort of raw meat, you have to be very careful, because you'll end up giving food poisoning to someone if you don't cook it or if you don't handle cross-contamination. So you have to be very careful, and that's one of the reasons why we have stainless steel tables over here, because if I use wood, the juices will be absorbed in the wood, cross-contamination will happen, and someone might fall sick. Chances you might end up losing your license as well. So that's the reason we have stainless steel. They are easy to maintain, clean, and all. Every pod, this is what we call one pod. Every pod has 4 students on it, and you use this gas range, and there is oven, there are deep fryers, there's grill. We also have salamanders, and then we have the chef's table over here. Now the best part is you have cameras. So anytime chef is making anything, he will capture that on camera, and it will show on the TV over there. So you're not fighting with your classmates to have a look of what chef is doing. Okay? Some chefs even play music during class to make it fun. So I did that, where we constantly changed music every now and then. There were fights that used to happen, who's going to play the music. So sometimes chef turn into DJs, and you can have a good time while you're making food. Now your thing is you learn about everything related to food, be it your safety, sanitation. So you're responsible to feed someone. You have to be very careful. That's one of the reasons all our labs are inspected by the Niagara Health Region. So ensuring that the students know what they are getting them. So we have also wash basins over here, because when you enter over here, you have to wash your hands for sanitation reasons. Okay. Every time you go out and you come in again, we are asked to wash our hands to avoid any sort of contamination. We have sinks at the back. Again, the sinks are according to the industry standards. What do I mean by industry standards is, in industry, they have 3 sinks. One is for keeping rinsing of your dirty ones, then washing them, and then sanitization. Okay. So there is a sequence that we follow over here. Every student will have his or her pot of pots and pans and everything, so you don't fight with anyone over there. Also, you get groceries. Okay. Sometimes if whatever you are making, you will be actually taking that home. And many times, if there is anything is left over more, you can take the groceries home as well. So this is just an inside thing. I have not done a proper grocery shopping since I think 8 months. I'll start doing it now, because I'm done with school, right? No one is going to give me groceries. But if you ask any of us, we often take, like, we are allowed to take things if it's an excess. So yeah, 8 months I did not do grocery shopping, but I'll start doing it again. Any questions for this particular lab over here?
No.
It's on culinary theatre. This is where my theory lectures used to happen. Again, chef, there is a kitchen over there which looks like from right out of a culinary show, because the dynamics of it is pretty much like that. And the second term of my culinary skills, we had a course called, or a subject called as quality ingredients, so where you are actually tasting different sorts of ingredients, let it be meats, cheeses, the fake foods that we have around over here, organic, different kinds. We don't have much of stove tops over here, because you are not really going to cook much. It's all your cold cuts. So that's why the setup is different. The tables are really big, because you will be butchering animals. Again, butchering is an art itself. It requires a lot of skill and knowledge, because you need to know what part is edible and what part is not. Okay? That's a chef table again. We have ovens over here. We have slicers, because you're dealing with meat, you need to slice the meat, so we have slicers. And at the end over there, that's the best part, you have curing machines. There is some meat, I think it's it's ham which is being cured. So everything is maintained, the humidity, the sort of dryness that it requires. So the machine does the work for you. You don't have to hang your meats outside. Definitely with Canada's weather you cannot, but yeah, the machine does the work for you. Then we have rational ovens. These ovens are one of the expensive things over here in school. They do both steaming, roasting, things for you. So they are like dual kind of machine. Looks good for you guys?
Yes.
And during culinary management, when you're hosting any sort of events, this is the space used by students. We have walk-ins, like this kitchen particularly has its own walk-in, so you keep all your ingredients over there. We have ovens over here. We have other things like hydroponics, so we use water. On that side is a hydroponic one, and you will see tomatoes being grown. So whatever they grow over here, they sell also. Any sort of vegetables are very affordable. Like one time I got lettuce for $1, and it was this big, which lasted for a week, let's just be honest. So you get like nicely grown vegetables, spices over here. And this is a place where they are actually doing some Christmas plants for this season. Looks good?
Yes.
But this garden was created in fond memory of a former president, Mr. Patterson's late wife, Sondra Patterson, and she's considered to be the first lady of Niagara College. Since the time the college was under them, they have like helped us or helped the college to grow in many aspects. She passed away last year, so the horticulture students thought that, hey, to remember her, the best way is to create a garden. And this is an English style garden, but now it's like nothing is there right now thanks to the winter again. But if you come, advisor is nothing but no one but a coordinator. So anytime you have issues during your course, you want to drop one course, or you want to know about like
So this is going to be for Monday.
This is 104. You guys are 104 or 105? Right?
I am in one.
So this is HD 104. which is the sister of HD 105, so it's exactly the same lab. You're gonna get, when you come in that day, you're gonna have one of these black bags. Okay, this is a benchmark restaurant. This is where actually, if there is any event or programs, then we can, they're gonna use this restaurant as that. Okay, so it's fully equipped. There is a nice park, and then there is a table that they use for. So this is actually an operational kitchen we use for cafeteria and for the restaurant. Okay, so in case we have events or we have some type of aging coolers, okay, and you can leave aging for up to 24 months. Okay, so this is you're going to use this one during a charcuterie course, 13 and 30, but this is going to be the second year. So you have to go through there, through the middle. Okay, this is 115. This is a cold lab. Usually this we use it for second year and third year for charcuterie and garment in a fully equipped kitchen. You can find this kitchen actually in a real hotel and restaurant. Every stove you can work 2 people. Every lab that you can see, 24 students can work on it. You're doing wine classes, wine tasting. You're going to do that on second and third year, wine classes. So you're going to learn about wine and you're going to taste beautiful wines, right? This is a meeting room right here. The gentleman you met before is going to prepare all cards with all sorts of food that then I'm going to need and you're going to need to prepare your dishes of the day, right? And in case sometimes we're short of or some ingredients. These are some of the work that the students did last semester with the sugar. This is how to decorate the cake, right? This is the other lab, baking and pastry lab. They're now, I mentioned before that we saw already one. This is these 2 doors are 2 rooms are very important. This is
Wow, it's very nice.
this is an exit. Over here is come inside. You can come inside.
Oh, wow.
This is a baking lab. Okay. This is where the pastry chef is gonna start.
So please say hello to Maya and Craig.
So, as Michael said, I am the Associate Dean for the Division of
Sino kaya si
Because it
Gusto ko kasi dalawa yung car namin ng asawa ko.
Hi.
Ayoko ng ano. Good morning, guys.
You like it, Julio? Put them in.